So I definitely feel like this would be a mistake for Samsung if they do go ahead and go about it this way. But right now, the rumor is that the Z Fold 6 and the Z Flip 6 will be coming out in July. It's actually going to be coming out a week earlier than normal, but in context, it's going to be coming out in July. Well, the rumor is that the 6 Fan Edition or the 6 Ultra, whatever it ends up being called, is going to be delayed till later this year. And there's also talks about there being a limited supply run on this phone. So that's even more reasons why it might be an Ultra, not a Fan Edition. I know there was leaked screenshots of the Fan Edition logo or Fan Edition label on the Z, Fold 6 and the Z Flip 6. My guess is, though, again, if there is a limited supply run and it's coming out later this year, it's probably going to be an Ultra variant. And I don't think this is a good idea to release it later. Okay, so here's how I look at it, right? And that might be a little crazy to say, but I know iPhones with Apple, they like to release their regular versions and then they release their Pro versions a little bit later on. And the point is, for those who are going to spend enough money to get the regular versions, they're all going to get their phones. And it just creates this hype and, crazy environment for the Pro versions that are a little bit later down the line. The problem with the foldable phone market is the longer you wait, the more foldable phones that are going to get released. So Google is going to release their Pixel Fold 2 sometime. OnePlus is going to go with the Oppo Find N4. They're going to rebrand that. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to get, right? And I feel like, especially if you're going to come out with an Ultra variant, which is going to be a little bit crazy, you don't want to release that phone, the Ultra variant, right around the time that the Pixel Fold 2 is going to come out, or the OnePlus Open 2 comes out. Because all you're going to do is compete with very cheap and affordable phones in those two iterations versus a very expensive version. Now, if they are going with a Fan Edition and it's going to be cheaper and it's going to be like, let's say $1,400, that does make perfect sense to release it later on, especially when those phones come out, because there's going to be all this hype around those phones, and then you kill the hype by releasing your Fan Edition for way less than their phones come out at. So if that's the case, then I think that wouldn't be a bad idea for Samsung, but unless they're 100% going to do a Fan Edition, if they do an Ultra variant, I would not wait to release this phone. I would release it right away with the, all the buzz and all the hype around the Z Flip 6 and Z Fold 6, because you're going to get this phone out before Google does. So those who are still maybe waiting for Google might see this Ultra variant and say, you know what, I'm going to go for it. But if it's a Fan Edition, again, like I said, I'm not too much against the idea if they do go ahead and just wait to release it right around the time that you're going to see all the other phones come out as well, because you're going to have a cheaper variant, and it will probably compel some people to say, well, I want a foldable phone, but Google is way too expensive, and Samsung actually makes sense to go after. So it'll be interesting to see how this all turns out, but tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.